Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back. This is our cozy and realistic nomad series where we play as General of the Minutemen, working to rebuild the Commonwealth one settlement at a time. And today we are back here at Longfellow's cabin. We have 4 people here so far. We're doing pretty well. Last time we worked on the seaside bar, which I'm really just delighted by, but we weren't able to place an actual bar due to the game glitching out. So we're going to try and fix that today. We also, in this settlement, I would love to have some sort of medical care or hospital. But I've also been thinking about the idea of doing like a repair shop. I know we already have a general store, but I feel like a repair shop where we can put down a weapons bench and an armor bench would be really cool too. So we're going to explore that first and just kind of see where it leads us, see where we end up. Unfortunately, the glitch with some stores disappearing seems to be kind of a common one. People had some really good suggestions and ideas for what makes that happen and how to make that not happen. One of the ones I heard was it could be just because we're closer to the edge of the settlement, which it absolutely could be. I don't know what would cause that, but hey, I have learned not to question Bethesda when it comes to how their games work and when they don't. But there we go. There's our lovely little restaurant for this beachside bar. Oh, it's just so gorgeous. Let's go out and look on the patio just because I find it so lovely. And you can hear the Brahmin in the background that we attracted to. We should build her a little pen or something just because she deserves it, you know? Hey, girl. Okay, I love this. And now that we have that, we can assign somebody to it too. Is this junk or just a rock? Just a rock. We have some people on, I know farming, I know general store. Hi, with your lip gloss, I love it. And then Longfellow we have on security. So we should have one person who's kind of unassigned that we can nab for the bar. Well, not the bar. Is it you? Did you assign yourself to food? I can't remember which of them we wanted to put there. I think it was her. Can you stand up so I can check you out? Hi.
I don't have time.
Yeah, it is her.
I just want to trade a few things.
I just want to see if I can dress you up in anything better. The Far Harbor DLC has such lovely outfits. They're just like the fisherman's sweater I just go crazy for. I don't know if we have any on us. We might wait until the general trader actually takes her place and then we can try and buy one. Ooh, but like a knit cap, that could be so cute. We could try the overalls. That could be really good. Yeah. And she's got the little fish lures. Oh, that's so precious. And then that's good too, because she'll be down by the water, which wouldn't always be the warmest. I'll let her keep the skull bandana, but I'm going to take it off as a default just to have a friendlier face.
Time. Alone.
Oh, so maybe you don't want to be the bar owner? I've honestly never heard them say the dialogue
no wonder you wiped out those crabs.
Sorry, I want to grab her, decommand her, and move her down here. I don't think I've ever heard the dialogue of I need some time alone from a settler like that. But I think that's as welcoming as they're going to get in somewhere like Far Harbor. You know what I mean? Okay, so food is back down to 6, which is fine because we only have 4 people right now. That'll increase the happiness somewhat once she gets down there and starts working. Marvelous. What a wonderful start. And then you, I would love if you had like a little hut or something. This is still working properly. The smoke makes me think we need to repair it, but I don't think we do. I think that's just how it is. We do have some space down here that could be really lovely for this Brahmin, so maybe we just set up a pen for her. What am I looking for? Where are fences? They're in here, right? Are they in structures? I use this menu every week. You would think that I would have a better grip of it by now, but some things just don't click like that. I think we can put her down by the water. Oh, look at that fish. Do you see that fish in the water? It's like outlined by settlement view. That was cool. I liked that. Okay, just start putting this together and we'll probably pillar glitch it into the ground. I never remember which way these open. Oh, but we need the other piece that's just wire to make that happen. Which way does this want to be? If we do like that, then this could be this side. Oh, it'll go into the ground. It seems a little too big though. We don't have to use a corner piece. We could make our own corner because we only have the one Brahmin for now. We'll do another corner on this side. And now we're really kind of into this weird uneven terrain. Let me group select this. And we'll just use that to build down here because it'll be a little flatter. And then we'll probably group select it back into place when we have a sense of where we want it to go. Yeah, because that's way in the mud. That's never going to open. And this won't build properly. Does that seem... No, that seems perfect size for her. Let's place this one like that and then try and grab the rest of it to come meet. What do I have grabbed? I'm trying to group select. Will this snap on? I don't know if it will. This is very uneven terrain that we've picked for this here, which maybe was a mistake. Where else could we put her? I don't want to put her up here because then, ooh, this is a shack wall on the ground? How have we not noticed that? Let's store it to use later. I don't want to put her up here because then she's too vulnerable to attacks coming in this island. And I want to keep this area kind of clear because it's just a lot of brush. So I don't mind putting her down here. We are just going to have to navigate the weird height things. Ooh, and that just went way farther into the ground. I just want a place that we can build the rest of it. There we go. That'll work just fine. And we'll build out the rest of the corner. And then we'll sink it somewhere nice. And we'll put some shelter in here for her too. And okay, so if we pull it up here, how does that feel? I know it's floating in the back. I just want to find a spot that it seems semi-okay. Oh, it could go up here. I know I was saying I didn't want it to because of the brush. But it could go like here. Right? We can always group select it again. Nope, that's completely sunken into the ground. That won't do us any good at all. Let's try and bring it back to where it was before and where she actually is now. Hey, girl. I might make this smaller. Honestly, I don't think we're gonna find an open patch that's gonna fit her in it like that. So if I do this instead, let's grab this piece, turn it sideways, and then, oh, I gotta put the posts first. Post here, post here. This is just so pleasant with the waves in the background. We've got some good weather, and I don't know if the sun is going up or down, but we've got some hints of that cotton candy sky. And I hope wherever you are, it's lovely and gentle too. Okay. I know Clarabelle is the name of the Brahmin at... Oh gosh, is it the Abernathy's? I think it is. And I know not all Brahmins are named Clarabelle, but in my head, they're all named Clarabelle. And I was just about to say we'll put Clarabelle's pen over here. Okay, up against those rocks could be good. This just doesn't want to... Oh, it played nice right there for half a second. I think we'll pillar glitch this. I just need it to like sit somewhere so I can grab it, which maybe was farther down on the beach. Oh, it'll go there for now. We're losing daylight fast. Usually I try and wait to till dawn before I start these videos. I forgot to do that this time, So we'll sleep it off and get a head start on the sun rising. Oh, got this closer. What you will notice about this video, if you don't have YouTube Premium though, is that I am trying to reduce the number of ads on them. I didn't realize by default YouTube was putting in like, it was like 23 ads in a single video, which was like every 3 minutes, which was a little nuts. So I'm reducing that. You shouldn't see one more than every like 10 minutes or so. But if that's not the case and it's still terrible, let me know. Okay, that's a lot better. I'm going to open this up and we'll put a food pen in there just to sort of try and attract her. And then we'll sleep until morning to try and get more of this sunlight back. Yeah, I know, girl. I know. Now, okay. Depending on which way you place this, they'll eat out of it that way. Like it's a single way thing. And we figured that out because I put it the wrong way last time. And then the Brahmin got out to eat from the other side. And I did not know that until one of you pointed it out. So I think we'll put it like this for now and see which way. Oh, is she going to it already? Dang, girl. You're on top of things. Look at you. Smarty pants. Let's go. Does that mean you like that side? Or what? Which way? Which way? She's circling around the whole thing, so I really can't tell. You seem to want to get to this side of it. Is that accurate? Oh, I think so. Oh, now she's rotating. That's not natural, is it? Oh, you're looking at me like I'll know. I don't know. Look at you. Uh-oh. I'm going to assume that was the correct way. I'm going to put it just like that. And we'll see if she kind of stays put or tries to go to the opposite side of the fence. And we are going to sleep off the nighttime in the meantime. Oh, we also had some conversation about which way these doors go. And gosh, if there's one thing I love, it is taking things way too seriously in games like this. The logic seems to be, from one of my very kind friends on Instagram who explained this to me, if it's a commercial space, it makes sense for the door to be out like this, because that way if you're inside, fire code states that you can kind of push the door open more easily. But if it's a residential space, it makes more sense for the door to be on the inside, because that way the hinges are in the inside, so it's less of a chance that somebody can break in by like breaking down the hinges. So it actually differs if it's residential or commercial property. I did not fact check that. It makes sense to me, and I love it. I love that sort of logic here. So because this is a residential space, and we're going to sleep in their bed in a second. I know it's really dark. We are going to replace this door with one that opens inwards. And also, because on a staircase like that, it would be terrible. Was that a barn door specifically? I think it was. So we got to go in barn and get it back. It would be so terrible to try and open a door as you're standing on the steps. You'd have to take a few steps back. So either we need a landing or we need to do it this way. There we go. That's beautiful. It doesn't even take up too much space because we're not really using this space behind the door anyway. And now that's a more pleasant opening, and it feels more like a residential door because the hinges are on the inside. That's lovely. And now we're going to take advantage of their bed, and we're going to sleep for 12 hours straight, as one does, of course. I hope you all get very good sleep tonight, wherever you are. Okay, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., Again, we're not quite clear on where the sun rises, but this feels like a pretty good time. I hope the farmer found somewhere else to sleep. Oh, I was going to say he's just sitting there waiting, but that's Preston. Hi, buddy. Oh, okay, this was the correct way to place the feed trowel. How lovely. Look at her. She's using it. Okay, now that we know that, I think we can add some shelter here for her. Oh, I've never thought about actually using the barn pieces as a barn, but I guess we could, right? Hold on. How would that look? we could kind of pillar glitch them. We could remove one of the fences, and we could sort of pillar glitch this to give her like a private space. I don't know if that's gonna work, but we could try it, right? I guess we could do that, the like big door opening. Let's just try. I don't know if this is actually gonna work. I don't expect it to. We might scrap this. I would love for these shorter walls to snap to it, but sometimes they don't. And I don't know why that is. We can always kind of force it to happen by using a different piece first. There we go. And now remove this one. And now will you snap? Because you have that other piece as sort of a guide? No? You don't want to? Why not? It's so nice. This way? Oh, there we go. Maybe I just need to be on the inside like that. Oh, apparently. I don't know if this will work. I've never actually tried doing a barn for an animal before. Usually I just like them for stores and stuff. But we can try. Now, I do hate the roof options that we get. Oh no, we've got a thunderstorm coming in. That's okay, actually. I love the rain. I love the sounds that it adds. Okay. Oh, we should be adding outhouses for them. Hey, that'll go right on the top like that. I don't like it because then it's, you know, hanging over. But it's neat that it'll do that. Let's grab a pillar because I'm going to want to pillar glitch this if we're going to do this at all. And then I think it could go like here if I remove this. So we're just going to store that just for a second. And again, this might not work. We're here to learn. Because if this could go here in a way that like, hi girl. Oh, hello. You don't like being around construction? That's fair. I don't either. I just want to make sure she can't escape. Ooh, how's that? How is that? I don't hate that. Oh, it seems to meet with the fence bits pretty well, and then that can be like her sleeping area. I don't think she's actually going to use it because they don't care about being inside, but that way she has a little shelter. Oh, I love that. That's absolutely wonderful. And then we can give her just a little bit of food too. In my head, they eat razor grain. So we'll just use the smaller one because we don't really have space for the larger one. Do I have room for that? Like right here. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. Look at now. This is her little home and she's got a little bit of shelter. Oh, that's so cute for her. This is bothering me a little that these posts are kind of above the ground. Is there anything we can do to fix that? We could just do like a shack railing, you know, like this to protect her more when she's heads down on her food. I like that a lot. And then we'll pillar glitch this last one to keep it close. She likes it. She's excited. That's how I'm choosing to interpret that sound. Okay, so this one will just overlap slightly and go into the ground like that. That's beautiful. Oh, I love it. Okay, so that keeps her a little more protected. She can go inside if she needs to. And then I just want to give her a fire barrel because we've been using the fire barrels and they're a pretty good source of like heat and light too. So I'm not going to place it inside. Over here seems too flammable next to the grass, but here, that way people can find their way to her if they need to. Okay, that's wonderful. I love that. I'm naming her Clarabelle too. Aren't you a sweetie? Look, one of your head just has little nub for a horn. Little nub head. Okay. Yeah, I hear you. Okay, she's delighted. She's thrilled. That's what's going on there. And now I do want to do our repair shack. Oh, is this still a trapper? Yes, it is. Do you have anything I can use? I'll take leather. And a pool cue. We could do a pool haul. I'll leave you your harness and hope that you despawn, because I actually don't want your body here. Ooh, and there's another one right there. Look away. Don't worry about it. Okay. Let's go into workshop mode to just see where the limits of our settlement are. We are going to want some kind of medical care at some point, so we'll keep an eye out to where that could go. Let's get our bearings in the settlement again. This is kind of the way we enter. Those, I was going to say butterflies, but it just looks like leaves. That's really cool. Okay, so this is where you enter. We've got the farm, farmer's house, restaurant down there, Clarabelle 2's pen, junk shop, Longfellow's cabin. So maybe over here could be a good junk shop, because we're not going to need this this setup forever, right? In fact, we can probably get rid of a few of these beds. We have 4 people, 5. Yeah, if we put a bed in the junk shop that we make, this can just become the like junk repair shop. Oh, I would love that. Okay. Yeah, I think I want to use kind of this same square footage. Let me shift this out of the way here, because I wouldn't want to build on like the brush. So you're gonna scooch this way. And then we're gonna take advantage of this floor plan. And specifically, the fact that it kind of drops off here, we can put a shack foundation over the brush so it doesn't pop up into our building. And we'll get into it with some stairs or something. Does that still reach the ground? Blend into the ground in a believable way? Almost. Let's group select and just sink it a little bit. How's that? That's better. Yeah, that's lovely. And then, you know what, maybe I want to like shift it a little bit this way and higher, just so the door doesn't have to be in the brush. Does that still feel good? No. Is this side better? Actually, yeah, that is better. That works for me. Gorgeous. But now if I want the right side to be the door, I'll just shift it over a little bit. How's that? Still okay? That feels okay. I know it's floating a little bit on that corner. But I have a vision. And I think I want this to feel kind of scrappy. Or do I want it to feel more like a warehouse? I was thinking the vision was going to be, we have kind of a shop here and then a bedroom back here. But I want this to be more like an open warehouse vibe, because we want to put the armor and weapons benches in here. So actually, maybe I do want a bigger floor plan. And then actually, maybe I want to use warehouse floors. What are the warehouse floors? Oh, are they just like cement? I don't like that as much. Oh, is that a corpse I see that I tried to drag out of the way? Yes, it is. I'm so sorry. So uncozy that these trappers attacked us and now have their dead bodies all over our settlement. Terrible for business, truly. But we'll ignore them. And that's just how life in the wasteland is. But we're okay. We're all safe and cozy here in this rain. And we'll fight off anybody who tries to make us unsafe here. Okay, so if we're doing warehouse vibes, what about these? Not terrible. Kind of airy, but I don't mind that. Let's just feel it out. Now, if we want a door that opens outwards, like I said, I think we just need to do like a little landing. And I think we can do that. Oh, look at that. I didn't expect that to snap there. That's delightful. And then we can do this so they can have like a little up and then in. That's wonderful. And then in that case, I'd want the door to open like this, I think, which would be, yeah, exactly. And then do we have like a railing in warehouse? We have doors, we have stairs, we have roofs, we have walls. I don't think we have railing, unless I'm missing it, which I have done before. Does scaffolding have railings? It does, but they have that weird safety strip on them. They're like yellow and black. I don't hate that though. I was going to point out that as the reason not to use them, but I actually quite like that. So we'll keep that. We'll keep that for now. And then I do want the opportunity to use the neon letters here, so I actually might move this wall and then add a flat wall here just so we have some space to write on. Yeah, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Okay, so now here, I'm wondering if we can do like a second level, so whoever lives here can sleep up here, because we do want room for a bed. Which I think we could do with sort of something like this. It doesn't want to go here. I just want to be a little creative about this, because I think the stairs need more than halfway room to go all the way up to the second story. Yeah, because see, if I put them, like, if I made the stairs all the way half like that, they can't fit here, because then we're at the edge of the room. But if I do like this, then you still have a little bit of room to get to this corner and then go up here. Okay. So where does that put us, though? Where do we want this floor to be? Can it go around the stairs? I think it can, actually. Can you still walk up the stairs if there's this piece over your head? Oh, you definitely can. That's lovely. Look at that. I like that a lot. I'm really excited about that. Okay, marvelous. This piece could be replaced with these two pieces just for some texture. I think that's neat. Or if you wouldn't find that many like sturdy pieces, we could replace with this one with a board, which adds a little bit of texture, which is nice. And then we can look into using, yep, a pillar to support that. Oh, that's fantastic. Maybe it goes on this side. Just because here we wouldn't be able to put anything that isn't for them to walk, you know? Let's look for another piece with windows. Like this. And like that. This is so cool. And then up here, I don't think we want this second level to be, or do we? Hold on. I'm thinking through in my head. Where do we want how do we want the roof to go? Because it could be like this. And then, okay, so option one, the roof could go like this. And then we'd have sort of a full height. I would want a window though if I were them. Maybe even like a big window. Like this. Oh, would that go here? It'll go on that middle piece, but oh, yes it will. Okay, hold on. So the roof could go like this. Like that is an option. Let's just say it does. And then come down here and look at it from the front. Because we also need to roof off this front section, right? And we could do that. We could do that with these pieces and have rafters inside. We never get to actually use the rafters. That is cool. That is really cool. Okay, so how does that work on the inside? I think there are pieces that would allow me to do half kind of bits, if that makes any sense. I don't know that this would go here. It'll go on that side, but I don't think that's going to help me. Because what I'm wondering is then if it makes more sense to use one of these pieces, the kind of slanty on both sides. Although I guess we don't want it slanty on both sides. We want it slanty on the bottom, windows on the top. Will that snap here? Or will it not because this piece has like a eave? You know what I mean? I keep saying you know what I mean, and somebody said I could do a counter for you know what I mean as much as I do a counter for lovely. I don't mean to be saying you know what I mean to everything. It's completely involuntary, and I don't realize till I watch it back and I'm updating the captions how much I say it. I think it just makes me wish that we were like doing this on a live stream so I could repeatedly be like, you know what I mean? I'll figure out live streaming at some point again. It was fun when we did it for the 10,000 follower celebration. Let's store that for a second and just see if we can't get this to sit nicely. I don't know why it doesn't want to. It wants to connect to some kind of wall. Okay, what kind of wall does it like? Maybe it would be happy if I put up a half wall first on one of the sides. Like if I do this first. Oh, now it's not spinning. Won't you? Oop, I didn't mean to exit warehouse. There's a way that we can make this work. I'm sure of it. Oh, what if I just put this here to take up this space? Okay, that'll go that way. So maybe this piece goes this way. Oh, it does. Okay, there we go. And now if I scrap that, can this, oh, not that one, this one, just like kiss at the top. I really would rather snap that other way. I'm really picturing whoever lives here in this sort of workshop to be incredibly handy. So if there's anybody who can like maintain and repair a place like this, it's them. Oh, did that only snap because the roof? Let's make sure I can reattach the roof. Okay, I can. It's just an order of operations thing. Do you not want to go here? Or is it this one that goes here? Is that why? You'll go that way. You'll go on top of that. But you won't go this way? Is this piece too close? Sometimes it's weird. This piece is also that way. Okay, so we're not doing anything that would prevent it. Maybe we just need to keep trying. On the other side, we used a different wall to sort of block it off. I think. Sometimes I say something and I watch it back later and I'm like, that's not what was true at all. I don't know why I said that. There we go. Okay, now can we grab... Oh, that was the wrong piece. I just undid what we did. That's okay. We'll do it again. Which piece is the outside piece? That piece? There we go. Oh, if I just did the same thing twice, I would be so embarrassed. But not really, actually, because mistakes are okay. And we're just here to have fun. Okay, now can I grab that outside piece? We might have to grab that from the outside, actually, because it is going to be very difficult to grab it this way. I would imagine that we want a more solid wall to separate from the inside, so that's where I was thinking these, but I don't know if they'll go because of the eave thing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They don't like quite fit into that space now. So we could do no wall separating them. We could do railings and just keep it as a very open space. I think that could be cool. Yeah, because this, it's not going to fit in that hole, and I really want it to fit in that hole. The other option, I know we just spent so much time placing this, but I am going to store it just for a second to see if I've changed my mind about the other way of doing this. Because the other option is this, which would kind of functionally do a very similar thing. Oh, that might be the right answer. Because then this bottom part is blocked off automatically. I think this is the right answer. And we spent all that time figuring it out, but that's okay. Okay, we are going to have to get that piece from the outside as we're cleaning up. But now we can use the glass eave pieces, these guys, to go like that. And this, I'm just checking our size limit. We're still looking pretty good. We could still do like a full hospital after this and I would feel good. Okay, I want a small railing here to make sure people don't fall down the stairs. Let's look in concrete. I think concrete is where they have these small ones. Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking of. We'll do that. And we'll do that because I'm imagining a bed like here. Oh, this is so cute. Look at this loft. Okay. And now let's just come out here and look at it. Oh, I forgot that we put railings here to guide us. We'll take down this wall. I know it's so backlit it's hard to see anything. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Let's put the windows in the front here too. Just to keep the glass theme kind of going. And again, I know I've been hesitating to sort of use windows liberally because it's, you know, it's glass. It's not going to protect them as much. And that's true, for sure. But I think this person would just be incredibly handy. I would make that happen. Okay. Now I also, because of all that, think this person would have electricity. So I want to give them a generator and then we can do the neon lights and we'll be able to do power inside too. And I think we would want a bigger generator. We already have water going. Yep. Oh, you know what? This could be it. This could be really cool for them. I never get to use the windmill. I think it's the windmill. I think the windmill goes right here. I think we are going to have to pillar glitch so it sinks equally into the floor though. Oh, imagine them with a fusion generator though. That's badass. I think the windmill is what I want. There is a character, my very favorite book series of all time. It's the Wayfarers series by Becky Chambers. The first book is, I think it's called The Long Road to a Small Angry Planet. And it's delightful. It's like cozy sci-fi, space travel, absolutely wonderful. But the second one, I also forget the name of. Closed in Common Orbit, I think. Does this not sync? Why aren't you syncing? Closed in Common Orbit has a character who is delightfully handy, scrappy, and just kind of quirky, and that's who I'm picturing. And she has a repair shop in the tech caves on this moon called the Rust Bucket, and I'm going to steal that name for this because it's delightful. And Pepper, the character, is exactly who I'm picturing here. So we're going to take that name as a little reference to her because she's the coolest. Are we worried about walking this closely to the blades? I don't think so because it moves so slowly. You'd be standing here. They couldn't quite reach you. Yeah. I'm fine with that. Ooh, is this stump scrappable? We'll scrap that. And then I am going to scrap this and move this over a little more because this we can connect to this for now. So we'll remove that when we have enough people. But just for now. That's so cool. We'll look at it again when it's not as crazy backlit from the sun, because this is going to be really, really cool. I think we can do the neon letters here, though. Ooh, what color? Nobody else has these in this settlement, so I think anything's going to stand out. So we could just do white. I want it to say rust bucket. I think it could be the rust bucket. Let's just do rust bucket, though. R-U-S-T. I'm going to put the B just to anchor us. Sorry, the U to anchor us, and then the B goes to the left. C. Okay. It's also making me think chum bucket, which is a very different vibe. A little SpongeBob in there, too. That's cute. That's cute. Let's grab a conduit just for this to be able to actually show. And I think if we just put it like here, that should be close enough that it gives power. Yes, it does. Oh, that's marvelous. That's marvelous. Are there any marquee signs that we want to use here? I think this is nice because it sort of implies like use the stairs to come on in. That's gorgeous. And then I'd like to use some of the words, the wording, to tell like what is here, you know, because it's components. And guns, mods, and storage. That's good. Is there a light that'll sort of like mount on the wall and point up at those words so they're still illuminated? I might have to use like a ground light for that one. I'm thinking of track lights. I don't know if it'll reach high enough. Oh, it's making something on the inside light, but not this outside. See, I want it like right there. Could I reasonably say it's on one of... Oh, wait, that was actually really good. Oh, that's perfect. If it's just on the inside of the railing like that. Oh, let's scooch it back just a tiny bit. That's perfect. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Look at that. It's marvelous. And of course she would have rigged this up like this. That's just, oh, so satisfying. I love this. I love this. Let's do the inside. I would like for her to have a little store so we can, you know, put her here. Okay, so what would that be? See, we're near the edge of the settlement again, and food and drink is gone again. So I'm glad we fixed that in the beginning. We have a shop that's just trader. We could give her another trader stall here, though. That might feel like it encompasses what we're trying to do. It could be armor. It could be weapons. To be honest, I'm leaning towards trader over armor or weapons because it actually like provides a level of happiness in ways that armor and weapons don't do. Clinic we're going to do in a separate building later, which I thought would be in this video, but it might not be because we've already spent quite a bit of time on this. It could be clothing, but I don't think it's quite clothing. I think she's more of a general trader. I keep saying she. This could end up being a guy too, or a non-binary fella. You never know. Let's do general. Maybe instead of going against the wall like we usually do, we use the pillar as what anchors us here. That's cool. I'm going to turn on my Pip-Boy so we can build inside for a little bit. Oh, but we're going to put power in here, so I might as well put down some light bulbs. Now, I like the bare bulbs. I think they're efficient, and I think the light they cast is really lovely. So let's try putting one in here. See, that's just, it's unbeatable with how well it lights up a space. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let me, you know what? Just because I favor these so heavily, let's give another light a fair shot and just try with the string lights. because that could also be really good here. And I think this person may have, found and repaired an entire string of lights, which is impressive and cool of them. I want to get it right on that beam. And I think this is one of those situations where I'm going to think I'm right on the beam, and then as soon as I place it, realize we weren't close. Oh, but I think we were. That looks pretty good. Okay, I like that. I like that. A little more complicated repair for her to use the string lights instead. I keep saying her. That's fine. It's a gender neutral her until we get an actual person. Now we could do a sleeping bag. We could do a bed. This bed is a little wide for this half platform, so I think I'm looking at this one or this one. This one looks cozy, comfy. If we nestle it back into this corner. Yeah. And then I would like to be able to provide some amount of storage, which might be a dresser. The dresser does not want to fit into this space. Oh, it might if I get it exactly right. Okay, dresser's cute. I wish these file cabinets were easier to place without colliding into everything. But I think having some file cabinets up here makes sense. Or at least like metal boxes, extra storage, bits and bobs, Which way's the front? Those are hinges, so this way is the front. And then, toolbox for sure. Can we put a toolbox on top of this? I really feel like they would have a toolbox. And then I could do another toolbox on top of that, but we can do more storage downstairs. What I want is to be able to give some sort of lighting up here. So let's look for a shelf. Ooh, this can go downstairs. These metal things will look really good downstairs. But just for up here, I think we can do that. Is it really almost like midnight already? And then instead of doing a candle or an oil lamp like we usually do, oh, maybe the power won't reach on this side though. Let's move. Let's move to this side. Whoops. And then see if we can do like a table lamp. That works. I can't believe that works. I want to try it with the yellow lamp though, just because it's a little subtler, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Is that, yeah. That's gorgeous. That's really, really lovely. Look at this cozy nook, and they've got their tools nearby. Oh, I love it. Okay, this space over here, we do need it as an entryway for the stairs. So I guess we can't really do like a chair there, but we could do a rug. Like a cozy little floral thing. That's cute. That's really cute. And then we have space, so we could do some kind of art. Oh, I was gonna say buoys, but we can explore the paper things. It doesn't have to be pumpkins or bats. Maybe it is buoys. Maybe it's like horizontal buoys on this side, just like as you're walking up. Are these guys interesting? Yeah. That's really nice. It's cozy. It's sweet. I like this a lot. And then we'll sleep again, not as long, just to try and get dawn to rise so we can see the like front of the building kind of without that backlit glare. This is going to put us before sunrise, isn't it? That's okay. It was dark out anyway. Because I want to keep working inside, and we have power, so we can keep doing that. Because I want to do... Oh, you know what we could have put in here instead of a general store is a scavenging station. I actually feel like that will be more useful and like relevant to her character-wise. Where is it? It's not crafting, it's in resources. And I hesitate to do this because the scavenging station, it doesn't actually like produce happiness for the settlement. But I think this would be more in line with the character I'm envisioning. So that's okay. I would rather have good lore than just happy settlements. We've got other settlements that are close to approaching 100 happiness. I think. Before I say that, let's check. If we go to workshops, I know there are a bunch of arrows because we haven't checked on these places in a while, and we should go back and check on them. I don't know why County Crossing's mad about their water. They have way more water than people. What are we, 86, 86, 82? Greentop Nursery is at 94, so that's not bad. That was a good build. 87, 82, 89. Oberlin Station's at 96. That's the one that's closest, I think. 90. Somerville Place is at 94. Sometimes when there's that little arrow thing, it might mean like they had an attack recently and they're waiting to recover from it. I've read theories on like Reddit that it's actually the player character being closer boosts it. Taffington Boathouse is at 99. That's so close. That's super close. That's awesome. Yeah, so I don't feel the need to chase 100% in every single one of these, you know? Now that I know that I say that so much, I hear it all the time. Let's not go into furniture. Let's go into crafting because we want this to be sort of like a community. People can fix things, but also she can fix things for them. We don't need a cooking stove, but this might be a place for a power armor station. To be honest, nowhere else here can handle that, so it might go here. Weapons workbench. I want it to feel like big and industrial. So this could be really good. Might be too big though. What's the other weapons workbench? This. Ooh, this does feel like scrappier. And it's hard for me to say no to... Ooh. Oh no! Oh no, I accidentally stored the wall and undid all of our rust bucket spelling. Oh, that's so silly. Okay, that's okay. I can remake it. I know how to spell. I'll mark this with timestamps, so if you want to just skip ahead to when we're back to building, I won't blame you a bit. At least the light is staying on, so we don't have to worry about that. That was such a silly mistake. I should be more careful. That's so funny. B. C. Okay. This isn't really taking as long as I feared at all. We just need a T on there. And then we had a marquee sign, right? And I'm glad it just stored the clamped items because then we know exactly what we had and what to put back. We had some of the wall signs. Of all the walls, this is the one that had stuff on it. We said guns and components. Which other ones of these have a 1 on them? I know the 1 means we were using them before. Mods and storage. That's good enough for me. I'll take that. And you know what? Just in case, let's do a little quick save so I can load again if I immediately make the same mistake, which knowing myself might happen. It's very possible. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, let's nestle this in. Okay, I can't remember if I already said at the beginning of this video, but a big reason I had this sort of on my mind, like I wanted to do a repair shop, is because I was going through all the junk and weapons I was carrying in Fallout New Vegas and trying to figure out like what I could scrap and what I could keep. Because usually when I'm playing, I don't pause to like think things over and look them up on the wiki each time. So I was going through the wiki trying to figure out like what made sense. Okay, so we have weapons. I can build armor. We have a power armor station, so let's do the armor workbench closer to it. They can kind of go on top of each other, which is weird. Not what I want. This is more what I want. That's great. Okay, so this is our armor workbench, power armor station. This is our weapons workbench. Now this is kind of existing in a nebulous space, but maybe if we put it here, so it's sort of separated by the post, and just scooch it a little bit like that so the walking path is still smooth. That way they can still get upstairs to their cozy little nook bedroom. Oh, this is just so glorious. And now we have room in this little nook. Sorry, I'm walking around really quick. I hope that didn't make you nauseous. Sometimes quick movement in games like this makes me a little screen sick. We can nestle in this shelf. That's wonderful. And we can do a few of these shelves sort of higher up. If we put them on the support beams. Oh, this is just wonderful. And then we have room here. This could be another shelf. And I like that, but we could do what I said with the magazine rack, because then it kind of covers the hole in the wall. Oh, which is very neat. Very cool. And then we have room under the stairs. We could do more storage. Or, oh, the toolbox thing. Where does that live? Not furniture, miscellaneous. Containers? This thing. Yes. Yes. Okay, where does this go? Not enough room there. It could be kind of behind power armor station. Yeah, that's exactly where it goes. That's gorgeous. And then maybe a trunk under the stairs like that. Yes. Yes, that's exactly it. And then some kind of cozy welcome mat, I think. Just because strikes me as a welcoming kind of place, you know? And I would love a chair, just one. And I don't know where that would go. It could go right here, sort of as a center of the room thing. Especially if it's something like an airplane seat. Like this. Yeah, because it's something that might have been repaired by them. It's small enough that I still have access to this workstation. And I can get around it from the back to get upstairs. That's gorgeous. Like, are you kidding me? That's the cutest thing. Oh, up here allows for some decoration space too. I don't know what. I don't think it's a flag. It might be buoys again. I love the buoys for Far Harbor builds. Oh, I forgot about these flags. I don't think they go here. Oh, hey, this is green now. Well, that's awesome. That's the one I wanted. That's super cool. It looks kind of junky, kind of cool. And these signs, I think tools is a really good one. And I think that can just go here, because this is where like the bits would go. Tools over there. See, now we got the sunlight coming in. How awesome is this? Any other signs that make sense? Employees only. This is kind of a communal space where people can repair and work and hire her to help out. This is just a cool sign. I'm not sure it really belongs, though. Yeah, these don't seem as relevant. I like the tools one. Does she have electrical? I mean, she has the generator thing, but I think this doesn't make as much sense being behind it because you would already see the generator. That's awesome. That's incredibly cool. I am obsessed with this. Okay, let's see. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's see what we can't like drop here. Is there anything that goes on the magazine rack that would make sense? Are there magazines that are like repair? Guns and bullets are not that. I got a bunch of holotapes. Covert operations are like sneak ones. Those could be good. I don't think she needs like comic books. Let's try some covert operations. And then let's also mix in some guns and bullets. I know there's some I'm not thinking of that could be cool here. So let me know. Let me know what you would put here. I just want to have some like something that seems like repair manuals here. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I keep saying it. I just wish you were here with me, but that's okay. And let's drop some junk on the bookshelf. I'm dragging out my words because I didn't remember the word for bookshelf. Not aid, but junk. Okay, what can she use? Ball peen hammer. Biometric scanner. I think she might have things too that she's in like the process of repairing because maybe people have brought it to her. Like a camera, that just seems like a neat project that she would have going. And a wrench. Desk fan, for sure. But just one. Targeting card. Not these vases. Not feet bones. Ooh, but duct tape. Did I pass duct tape? Yes. Let's start with that. Because it does take us a minute to place things when we drop them all willy-nilly like that. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. All cattywampus. Do you know the word cattywampus, or is that a new word for you? Because it's one of my favorite words, but sometimes when I say it, I realize not everybody uses that word. What else did I drop? Preston's here to help us out. At least he's not using the water pump again. Okay, is that gonna do what I want it to do? Yes! Wonderful. I think the targeting card, yep, is on top of this with the wrench and the camera. That's cool. Put that there. And there's our biometric scanner. That can go up here. And is that is the targeting card. Good. That'll go here. Ooh, not on the floor. That's an advanced piece of electronics. Did I drop anything else on here that isn't part of the weapons workbench? Yeah, there's the camera. I knew I dropped a camera. I think this is a top shelf item. So let me try and... Ooh, the windmill blades are kind of a little bit cutting through. That would break the camera. But don't worry, it's unbreakable. And infinitely repairable here at the rust bucket. But the windmill propellers are a little bit coming through the house. But if the game doesn't mind, then I don't mind. Did I drop anything else? No. That looks really, really good. That looks really, really good. Oh gosh, and we are already over an hour, so I think that's where we're gonna have to stop. We did not get to the hospital today, but that's okay, because that means that we have another build here. Next time, I was gonna say next week, but next week is gonna be Fallout New Vegas, and then we'll switch back. So in 2 weeks, we'll be here. This is just, I love this. I love this so much. Preston, what do you think, buddy? That's a yes. That's a yes. Thank you so much for joining me today, the General of the Minutemen, as we work together to make the Commonwealth safer, one settlement at a time. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments. I love reading the comments. If you didn't, still let me know in the comments and give me a thumbs down. Let me know what I could do better. I appreciate the feedback that you guys have so much, calling out things like when there were too many ads on the video or the volume didn't match up with the ad volume. I think both those things should be better now. But anything else that you liked or didn't like, let me know. I love hearing from you guys. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
I got word of a settlement that needs our help. I'll mark the location on your map.